Welcome back to the channel, people. Yes, myself and this one are back on the road again. We're heading east to the West Country, out of the Welsh Republic and over to the fair shores of the English. Just spending some time in the town where we grew up, and hopefully we'll get something decent photography wise. Anyway, let's get to this. Well, the weather gods have been kind to us this morning. It's a beautiful sunny day out there, so should be perfect for filming later on today. Myself and Weasel are just heading to get ourselves a wonderful full English breakfast, so yes, we shall be going to enjoy that. Well, we've arrived at the car park here of Lydiard Park. I have a particular composition in mind, but as we move through the park here, I'm finding some really nice locations to shoot here through avenues of trees here behind. So I'll probably set up here, take a few shots, just well, taking advantage since we've made the road trip up here. Although, like I say, I've got compositions in mind, having been here before, but the light's wonderful today, as you can probably see hitting through the trees here. So I'll set up my camera here and we'll see what we can get. Well, I'm set up for the first composition of the day. Today I'm running with a VO 303 plus 263 tripod, slightly lighter than what I was using in the last video, but it suffices for what I need today. Usual Micro Four Thirds Olympus OMD EM1, and currently for this shot I've got the Olympus 9 to 18mm zoom lens. I still like to, even in a confined sort of location as this is, sort of wooded areas, I still like to keep quite a wide lens on, because that's just my preferred way of shooting, and then I'll edit to a 16:9 ratio to give a more cinematic look, which is sort of my preferred style. But anyway, so we'll set up for the first composition and we'll see what we can get. So I've sat up here for my next composition. It wasn't something I was really looking to do, but I thought, you know, I'm here, might as well take a punt. So I've got the main manor house here, but that's not going to be my focus. Just behind, you'll see here there's a little church and the footpath that curves away into the wooded area behind me here. So I'm going to try and capture that church and the path that's curving around in front of it. I'm not sure if it's definitely going to work, because unfortunately I've got this tree here and it sort of spoils the composition. But I'm going to take a few shots and then decide what to do with it once I get it into editing and go from there. I mean, on paper it looks quite nice. The tree could spoil it, but hey, we're here, we'll take the shot, see how we go. So I've sat up here on the lawn in front of the house now, which you can see just off here. There's still quite harsh light coming from this direction, but where the light's behind me, it's not going to be so much of a problem. It's light in the front of the house nicely. I've got some of the ancient trees here on the lawns in front of the on the lawns in front of the house, so that looks quite nice. So I've managed to get quite a nice composition here, where I've got the house and some of the trees, the composition looking down between, so the house and the trees sort of frame the shot. The only thing that might let this down is, as you can see behind me, not a cloud in the sky. So it's creating a very harsh light. Hopefully in the edit I'll be able to dial that down so it won't be too much of an issue, but compositionally it's a nice little spot here, so win-win. But still one more place to go which I want to shoot, so time to move on. Well, I've made it to my final location for shooting today. As you can see here at Lydiard, there is an incredible tree-lined path here that stretches way off into the distance. On a day like today, it's fantastic. You can see the shafts of light coming through the tree here. Although in a way it's similar to last week's video, but in many ways it's so different because the avenue's a lot wider, a lot more light coming through the trees. We've got a lot more nice foliage here, nearly. A lot more nice foliage here. Still sort of autumnal in many respects in the colouring. So it's just a wonderful location. I will be turning around in a minute and shooting in the opposite direction, because the avenue actually leads down to the manor house, which I don't know if you can actually see here, but the way it's lit up, and from here on the avenue and it leading away down to the house, it makes for a magnificent photo. It's something I've captured in the past when I first started my photography journey, and I've been wanting to come back for years to try and recreate the picture, and today's perfect conditions for it. So I've just about finished up photographing here now. tried from a variety of different angles. As you can see, I've even set up at some low angles. It's amazing the difference it can make by just making slight adjustments to your tripod, adjusting the height, getting low down to the ground, you know, shooting from a higher perspective. So it's worth playing about with your setup in the location you're at, because although you would think that the composition wouldn't change that much, it can make a vast difference. So always worth considering. Well, what better way to close out the video than to be sat on the steps here outside the entrance to the country house. It's been a wonderful day here at Lydiard. I would have liked a bit more friendly light, a bit more cloud in the sky, but hey, you've got to make do with what you got, especially when you've travelled some distance and you've got no control over the weather. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed joining myself and Weasel here out on the road again and here at Lydiard Park. If you're liking the content, then it'd be really great if you could help a fledgling channel by like and subscribing in the usual place at the bottom of the screen. Obviously, if you're feeling really brave, you can always hit the notification bell, then you'll be obviously automatically made aware of new content when it shows up, save you having to go looking for it. But anyway, it's been good having you here as usual, and until next time, stay in the groove.